أعوذ بالله السميع العليم البصير من الشيطان الرجيم من حمسه ونفخه ونفثه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي بجاه سنقرؤك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا بكرامة وعلمك ما لم تكن تعلم وكان فضل الله عليك عظيما اللهم إنا نسألك أن تفتح علينا فتوح العارفين بحكمتك وتنشر علينا وقايتك العظمى ونعمتك الكبرى ورحمتك الواسعة وتعلمنا ما جهلنا وتفهمنا ما درسنا ودرسنا وتذكرنا ما نسينا أو نسينا وتنفعنا بما علمتنا وتبارك لنا في علمنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين بكرامة من أرسلته رحمة للعالمين محمد ابن عبد الله وآله وصحبه أجمعين آمين وبعد المستمعين الكرام الأفاضل الأعزاء السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته أينما كنتم وأينما حلتم ووقرتم. A very good evening to everyone wherever you are. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for yet another Friday. We glorify Him, we adore Him, we salute Him with all salutations. We ask Him and seek from Him His blessing and mercy upon our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa alihi wa sahbihi and his followers until the day of reckoning. Ameen. Fellow listeners and followers, we are here again this Friday with aphorism number 33 of the 246 aphorisms of Ibn AtaiLlahi Al-Sakandari. And this will be the beginning of a new version of the series, which we call Friday Spiritual Delicacies. However, since this is Dhul and it is the first Jum'ah in Dhul and the 6th of Dhul, so most likely we name this episode for this month of Dhul as Dhul Friday Spiritual Delicacy. So this will serve two purposes. Purpose number one, it will remind everyone of the Friday activities. And purpose number two, it will allow majority of us to follow the dates of the Islamic calendar. So by so doing, we'll be killing two birds with one stone, inshallah. So this is the beginning of the Dhul Friday Spiritual Delicacies. And hopefully we're going to have 4 of it. in Dhul Qa'dah, or maximum of 5. Inshallah, then we proceed to Dhul Hijjah, inshallah. So, as usual, we are going to read the aphorism and then see whether there are some words that beg for attention, and give the literal translation, and then follow it with the conceptual message and meaning. And then we go to the interpretation of Sheikh Abdul Majid Ash-Sharnobi, rahimahullahu, rahmatan wasi'atan wa akranihi. Ameen. So this is the stanza number 33, and I read as presented. Al-haqqu laysa bimahjubin, wa innama al-mahjubu anta anin nazari, idh law hajabahu shay'un lasatarahu ma hajabahu, walau kana lahu satirun lakana liwujudihi hasirun, wa kullu hasirin li shay'in fahuwa lahu qahirun, wa huwa al-qahiru fawqa ibadihi, wa huwa al-hakim al-khabir. In Surah Al-An'am, Ayah 18. I read again the aphorism. It reads thus, and I present it as thus. Al-haqqu laysa bimahjubi, wa innama al-mahjubu anta anin nazari, idh law hajabahu shay'un lasatarahu ma hajabahu, walau kana lahu satirun lakana liwujudihi hasirun, wa kullu hasirin li shay'in fahuwa lahu qahirun, wa huwa al-qahiru fawqa ibadihi, wa huwa al-hakim al-khabir. There are some words that I think beg for attention. The first is al-haqqu. Al-haqqu here, the truth, bimana Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bimana Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as that. Mahjub, on the ala wazni maf'ul, so it is a passive noun, nominal statement. So mahjub, like covered, someone that is veiled or covered. Okay, yani mastur, mastur. Another one is an-nazar. An-nazar, an-nazar, that is an-nazaru ila Allah ta'ala, ila hadratihi, okay, wa ila nurihi, wa ila nuri hidayatihi. So seeing and gaining admittance into something. And okay, another one is anta. Anta here is referring to al-salik, al-talib, okay, al-murid, to the seeker of the truth. Okay, another word is satarahu, from asitru, so that is also prevention, to prevent. Cover also, it can also be used for veil. Okay, another word is satirun. Satirun alawasni fa'ilun. Okay, so that is an object that covers the other. Okay, another one is hasirun. Okay, hasirun. Hasirun, yani ajisun. Ajisun. Okay, ajisun, weak. something that is weak and that is overpowered. Okay, another one is Qahirun. Qahirun is Qahirun is something that is in control, something that is in control. Okay, then the next is the ayah of the Quran. وَهُوَ الْقَاهِرُ فَوْقَ عِبَادِهِ وَهُوَ الْحَكِيمُ الْخَبِيرُ. Now, those are some of the words that I think call for attention and clarification. Now we give the literal translation of the aphorism. It says, Al-haqqu laysa bimahjubi. The truth is never veiled or covered by anything. وَإِنَّمَا الْمَحْجُوبُ أَنْتَ عَنِ النَّظَرِ. The one who is veiled and under the cover is you. The one who is covered and veiled from seeing the truth is you. إِذْ لَوْ حَجَبَهُ شَيْءٌ لَسَتَرَهُ مَا حَجَبَهُ. For if anything could cover him, that which covers him would veil him, would have veiled him and prevented him from a lot of things. وَلَوْ كَانَ لَهُ سَاتِرٌ لَكَانَ لِوُجُودِهِ حَاسِرٌ. And if there is a veiler for him, definitely he will be under the control of that veiler. وَكُلُّ حَاسِرٍ لِشَيْءٍ فَهُوَ لَهُ قَاهِرٌ. Because anything who prevents the other is having power over such a thing. And in the case of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the truth, وَهُوَ الْقَائِرُ فَوْقَ عِبَادِهِ. He is the most powerful and who has control over his servant. For he is Al-Hakim Al-Khabir, the wise, the all-informed. So that is the literal translation of the aphorism. Now, the conceptual meaning and message here is there are two things here. The Ibn AtaiLlahi Al-Sakandari is again repeating and reminding us that there are two things. There is existence and there is non-existence. Allah is Al-Mawjud, okay, and he is the Khaliq, and Allah and the other things, every other things are makhluqa. Makhluqa, thereby rendering them to non-being, non-existence. Okay, so this is a case of two positions: a position of existence and a position of non-existence. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is the existent and who is in the existence and who exists. And every other thing apart from him is in the realm of non-existence, except if Allah wishes that such a thing or a particular thing be at a particular time and location. So here, the real existence, who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the truth, is never covered from anything. Nothing can cover him, nothing can prevent him, nothing can veil him. He owns the veil and the covers and prevention and everything. So nothing disturbs him. So he controls everything and nothing controls him. And everything is under his control. Nothing falls short of his control. So that is the meaning of Al-Haqqu laysa bimahjubin. The truth and the real existence, who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is never shadowed with any cover. The only thing on the other part, the non-existent, who is every other thing, inclusive of humanity, and particularly the seeker of the truth, the Salih. He is the one who is related with cover and veil because he is non-existent, so therefore he has no capacity and ability to see beyond his nose. So that is the basic message there. So nothing can cover Allah. In any situation that we find ourselves, we just need to trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He is in control. For we do not have anything to do. We cannot prevent anything. We cannot control anything. So that is the message. Because if we imagine or we think or we assume that Allah is covered or delayed or veiled by anything, then we are imagining that something is bigger than him. Something is having control over him, and something is directing him. And that is muhala. That is impossible. So if that assumption is true, which could not, of course. So if it is true, then that he will have a satir, that is, he will have a master, he will have a controller, he will have someone who veils him, and that who veils him, and that what veils him, be it whatever, would give a limitation to the existence of the truth. Okay, and because anything who puts limitation to the other thing is having power over that thing which he limits. So, and in the case of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing veils him, nothing covers him, nothing controls him, nothing is hidden from him. He is powerful and omnipotent over all his creation and servants, because he is the most wise and the most well-informed. So that is the message. So we have to put ourselves in the situation of being abdul to him. If he so wish, he will pull us closer and draw us closer to himself for guidance, for proper guidance. So we are required to follow his instruction, obey him, and worship him in obedience. So that is what we are required to. So for, if he so wish, he could destroy and get rid of everything in creation and bring forth another one that will replace us. So that is the simple message and the conceptual meaning of the aphorism. Now let's go into the interpretation of Sheikh Abdul Majid Ash-Sharnobi. He says, and I read as presented, يعني أن الحجاب لا يتصف به الحق سبحانه وتعالى لاستحالته في حقه. So the aphorism means that covering and veil is not attributed to the truth. Glorious be to him and hallowed be to him. No veil or cover is attributed to him. Listihalatihi fi haqqihi, because that is impossible in the essence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa innama al-mahjub anta ayyuha al-abd. So the one who is attributed to veil and cover is you, the servant, the murid, the seeker of the truth. Bisifatika nafsaniyati anin nazari ilayh. Because you have in yourself the attributes of personality, the attribute of spirituality, Okay, and that uncovers that, and that covers you and avoids you from gaining admittance into his nur, into his light. فَإِنْ رُمْتَ الْوُصُولَ فَابْحَثْ عَنْ عُيُوبِ نَفْسِكَ وَعَالِجِهَا. Okay, because of the you are the one that is covered on because of your attributes and the ego, the human attributes that you have, and if you dare desire to see him, to acquire him, to reach to him, then you are encouraged to solve and study and understand the defects in yourself and solve them. After solving them, then you could be able to gain by his mercy and will his nur. فَإِنَّ الْحِجَابَ يَرْتَفِعُ عَنْكَ. So if you do that, if you treat the deficiencies and the defects of yourself and your that is inside you, as we explained in the last aphorism, and you solve it successfully, then al-hijabu yartafi'u anka, then the veil will be uncovered from you. فَتَصِلُ إِلَى النَّظَرِ إِلَيْهِ بِعَيْنِ بَصِيرَتِكَ. And then you will arrive at a stage, at a maqam, where you will be able to see him, to gain admittance into his life with your inner sight, with your insightful inner sight. وَهُوَ مَقَامُ الْإِحْسَانِ الَّذِي يُعَبِّرُونَ عَنْهُ بِمَقَامِ الْمُشَاهَدَةِ. So this is the position of goodness, of ihsan, okay, in the terminology of Sufism, which is expressed as maqamul mushahada, the position of the presence of witnessing the nur of Allah. وقد استدل المصنف على استحالة الحجاب على رب. So the author, Ibn AtaiLlahi Al-Sakandari, he proves the impossibility of any cover or veiling Allah when he says that إِذْ لَوْ حَجَبَهُ شَيْءٌ لَسَتَرَهُ مَا حَجَبَهُ. For if anything covers him or veils him, to that which veils him will be greater than him. That is, أَيْ أَنِ النَّظَرِ إِلَيْهِ. Okay, وَلَوْ كَانَ لَهُ سَاتِرٌ لَكَانَ لِوُجُودِهِ أَيْ ذَاتِهِ حَاسِرٌ أَيْ مُحِيطٌ بِهِ. So if there is any cover or coverer or veiler to him, then his existence will be limited, or that is, it will be compounded, okay? And listilizami asatir li'inhisarul masturu fihi, because the one who have overpower on him will control him and will put him under limitation and control. وَكُلُّ حَاسِرٍ لِشَيْءٍ فَهُوَ لَهُ قَاهِرٌ. And anything who powers the other will have control over it. لأنه يجعله في أسر قبضته وتحت حكمه, because that thing which is suppressed or oppressed will be put under the slavery of the caption, under the slavery of that which captures him, and it will be under the control and the desire of that. وَذَلِكَ لَا يَصِحُ فِي حَقِّهِ تَعَالَى لِقَوْلِهِ فِي كِتَابِهِ. And that is not proper, and it is not related and could not be attributed to the personality and the essence of Allah, glorious be He. As He said, He has clarified that in His book, in the Quran, by saying, وَهُوَ الْقَاهِرُ فَوْقَ عِبَادِهِ. He is the one who has power over his servant. So, and وَهُوَ الْحَكِيمُ الْخَبِيرُ, and he is all wise and all informed. So this fawqiyatun ma'nawiyyatun la makaniyatun. So this object of place, or what do we call it? The article of place, the mentioning of place, of position, fawqiyya. So being on top. Okay, so this being on top is it is metaphorical. So okay, it is metaphorical. It is not actual. Okay, it doesn't mean that it is above. It is sitting on top of the head of anyone. Okay, so it is metaphorical, and it is and it should be taken and understood as such. فَإِنَّهُ تَعَالَى مُنَزَّهٌ عَنِ الزَّمَانِ وَالْمَكَانِ, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, glorious be is free and pure and exonerated of all time and location. Okay, so by this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is can do and undo. He wishes, he does as he wishes and wills, and he places as he so desires. He puts to him whomever he wills, and he prevents from him whomever he so wills. So he is the doer and the undoer at the same time. So he is the only existence, no other existence beyond him. So this is where we are going to stop, inshallah, with the aphorism number 33. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the detailed understanding of it, and to allow us and permit us the usage and the applicability in our daily lives and activity. We seek his protection over all evils, those that are physical and metaphysical. In him we confide, and on him we depend, and in his mercy we rely. Innahu ala dhalika qadir wa bil ijabati jadir, ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. I place myself and all of you under the protection of the Almighty Allah, the omnipotent and the omniscient. He is the one under whose protection nothing is mistaken or hidden or loose or lost. أستودعكم ونفسي في رعاية الله الذي لا يضيع ودائعه. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.